Hey guys, welcome to another episode of ANN, where the news will always be biased and from my point of view. This week's PHAT topics will include COVID-19, scientific news, sports news, entertainment news featuring the husband, song of the week, the Clown Dog Award, and as always, the Hollerback Award. In COVID-related news, both Joe Biden and Mike Pence have publicly taken the COVID-19 vaccine. They seem to think that if every single politician in Washington takes this vaccine, that's going to reassure to the American people that the vaccine is safe. Listen to me. Let me tell you something right now. Jesus himself can take that vaccine and I'm still going to be like, I'm good. In scientific news, late Sunday evening, a volcano erupted in Hawaii. And literally an hour later, a 4.4 earthquake hit the exact same area. And then on top of that, last week, a severe winter storm hit the entire Northeast, leaving some counties with over 22 inches of snow. But hey, what does all of that matter? I mean, global warming isn't real, right? In sports news, basketball is back, baby! That's right, guys. Tonight, the NBA premieres. The very first games are Warriors versus the Nets and the Clippers versus the Lakers. All I can say is, go Warriors. Beat the hell out of Kevin Durant, and y'all already know how I feel about Mr. Flat Earth Theory, Kyrie Irving. We have a special guest. As many of you guys already know, the husband. He's going to be here with me for the rest of the episode.
The rest? I thought I was just here for entertainment. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you are. You're here as my entertainment. You're right about that. Because you're a literal clown. But no, I mean, yeah, you're going to be here for the rest of the episode.
Okay. This is the first time I know about it. You're not telling the talent, the guest is coming on, how many segments he's going to be on? Bad form. Bad form.
On Monday, Pharrell was a special guest on a podcast in which he announced that he is no thug. He will snitch. If you do anything shady in front of Pharrell, he let us know that he is a snitch.
That was on the Drink Champs.
It was on the what?
The Drink Champs, the podcast.
Oh, the Jink Champs. Yes, that was the name of it. I couldn't remember the name.
Noriega podcast.
Yeah. So.
He also said other things in that interview.
What else did he say?
He said that Pusha T actually likes Drake and says that he often talks about the bars that Drake has. He actually brought up a couple of things in there, but I did hear the snitching thing though. Hey, but Pharrell not a thug though. I think people need to understand about that snitching thing. The snitching code kind of go if you a gangster and you're in the gangster lifestyle, then you can't be snitching on other gangsters. Now, if you're just a square out here in the street that you ain't in it like that, okay, if a crime happened to you, yeah, you go tell the police. I'm with Pharrell, you know, he ain't in it. He a producer. What is he, like 60 now?
That's true.
So I'm sure, yeah, if you rob Pharrell's calling the police.
Yeah, but it was, I found it interesting that he said he had the FBI on speed dial.
Ooh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah,
Well, that's interesting. Now, that's another level. That goes beyond what I just said. That's another level.
But listen, Pharrell, you do you. I get it.
Hey, I say he's 60 and like a couple of millionaires. So, you know.
Do what you do. Snitch away. Listen, Pharrell, I'm a snitch myself, okay? Could you imagine me out here in these streets trying to do some crazy things. No, I'm going to tell on you, okay? So don't do shady shit in front of me. Don't do shady shit in front of Pharrell. But this guy right here, he's just nothing but shady. So.
The views of the Fat Vegetarian are not those of East Atlanta. I don't know nothing about that.
I recently watched the new Netflix documentary on Selena. I personally...
Is there an S at the end of that? Selena's. Isn't it just Selena?
Okay, so like, when I'm talking, you don't talk.
Oh, okay. Is that how this works?
That's how this works.
Oh, okay. Selena's.
Selena's. I recently just watched Selena's, like I was saying.
Selena.
And I found it personally to be fantastic. Yes, it is different than the movie, but it's a TV show. It's supposed to be different from the movie. It's not J-Lo. It's a different actress. But the husband informed me, after he had read a bunch of articles on...
I think it's Bing, Bing, Bing.
That quite a few people are disgusted by this series. They have a lot of issues with it, saying she doesn't look like Selena. It's not like a full story, blah, 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 blah. Hello! It's an artist development show, guys. She's not just gonna pop off and be Selena already. We're gonna take some time to build up to it. And also, there's a lot of things that the movie didn't cover. The fact that her brother and his best friend, or I guess, I don't know if his best friend or his friend, were the ones that wrote her music together. That's something that was never covered in the movie. They are going on the whole group of Selena y los Dios. It's not just all about Selena's, guys. We already know of the story of Selena's. Jennifer Lopez did a fantastical job in the movie years ago. Now it's time for us to find out about the rest of the group, people.
And Jennifer Lopez, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's undeniable. That Jennifer Lopez movie it's legendary, okay?
Look good in that purple. Wonder Woman!
So I let you introduce the next segment, and that's what you do.
That's the Wonder Woman thing. The original one with Linda Carter.
That's
Wonder Woman!
That's going to be the last segment that you introduce.
It's entertaining. It's getting the people going. I'm Will Ferrell in this. I'm Will Ferrell, and you're Bill Hader from the ice skating movie, Blades of Glory. Gets the people going. That's what I do. I get the people going. So now let's talk about Wonder Woman.
Anyways, so Wonder Woman drops this week, guys, on Christmas. I am super excited.
So wait, I can't go Wonder Woman, but you can do this little thing.
It's my show. I can do what I want on my show. You, however, have to abide by the Fat Vegetarian / Alana Nicole rules.
Oh, okay. All right. Go back to Gal Gadot. Talk about Gal Gadot.
I was.
Looking good.
And then I was completely interrupted by you.
Kristen Wiig playing the cheetah.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she's the bad guy.
Oh, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm. That's supposed to be pretty good, man.
What I love about Wonder Woman and all these amazing, like, superhero woman movies coming out, it's about freaking time. For those of us that have daughters, they finally have someone to look up to, guys. Our kid, Peyton, is so excited about this movie. She also really loves the little black girl in Black Panther.
Yeah, Shuri.
Shuri. And then there's another Iron Man coming out. Ironheart.
She's the woman Iron Man, and she's 16 and a little black girl.
Peyton is so excited for this because she finally can see someone that looks like her that's a superhero. Mm-hmm. Freaking Hollywood, it took you long enough. So, a couple of days ago, the husband and I watched...
Yeah, I have a name.
We're not doing this. We're not. You don't know what name you go by. So you're just the husband, okay? We've already done this. Anyways.
Talk about the Mandalorian.
No, we're not talking about the Mandalorian. It's Tenet time.
Oh, it's Tenet. Oh,
okay. So at first he ruined the last intro, and now he's trying to ruin my intro. Anyways, trying to let you guys know, a couple of days ago, the husband and I watched Tenet on Amazon, courtesy of my daddy's Amazon account. Thank you, Pops.
Is it a thank you?
Well, yeah, that's the thing about it, guys. I'm just gonna let you go ahead and know it's a spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen the movie, just fast forward on to the next segment, okay?
Whatever. If you ain't seen it by now, you ain't gonna watch it.
Don't watch it. That's my personal advice. Like, here's my thing about this movie. I actually disliked the movie more than Anthony did.
She was hating.
Because it was so overly complicated and at the same time boring at moments, too long. But also, it is shot extremely well. The acting is
superb. Denzel's son. Maybe I should quit calling him. John David Washington. John David Washington.
Yes.
He was really good.
He
Robert
was good.
Pattinson was really good.
So good.
Yeah. The acting wasn't the problem.
The action was...
It was really good, too. It was fighting backwards.
So cool. Like...
in reverse and all that. It was cool.
So, I'm telling y'all guys, the cinematography of this movie, A1, okay?
Definitely a Nolan.
But now when we start talking about the plot of the movie, that's when things start to fall apart. And for me, I feel like, the reviews are mixed. And the people that, quote unquote, like the movie, all they can say is, it's a Nolan movie. What going into, you're going to be confused. And it's going to be a thinking movie. It's very intellectual.
That's the defenders.
That's the defenders. And then there's the people that just straight out
don't like it.
Don't like it.
Because they said it was too confusing.
Right.
And overly confusing for no good reason.
And
which is kind of where I fall.
Preface this. Both of us like complicated stuff. Like, I love Interstellar. I'm a huge Nolan brother fan.
Inception.
We love things like that. Inception, Prestige. The list goes on of the Nolan movies that we love. And I also love sci-fi. So I'm all into shit that's really complicated and hard. Let me tell y'all something about Tenet, okay? It is a freaking bust. Okay? I'm so happy that because of COVID, we didn't have to waste our dollars to go see it in the theater because a girl would have went to sleep.
Yeah. And we already said spoilers. It's really a time travel movie.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, at the end of all of the complicated and all of the explaining, it really at the end of the day is like a time travel movie. And if I'm just comparing it to other good time travel movies, the first two Terminators, Back to the Future, if I'm comparing it to that, it's not holding up.
It's
not really.
Not at all.
I don't like it.
At all, guys. And I feel like the people that had the more positive reviews, they really just like it because it's a Nolan brother movie. And they just don't want to say the shit is crap. That's really what I think it's come down to. People are just afraid to let the Nolans know you made a dumbass, stupid-ass movie. But I'm going to be the one to tell you, it's not good.
I said Nolans. That's her, not me. Y'all need some soundtrack stuff? I got you. I thought it was pretty good. I'm not going to call it crap.
You did not think it was pretty good.
The plot was, but the action and stuff was enough to keep me engaged in it. The action and the actual acting, the performances, that was enough to keep me going. But one thing you did talk about that was glaring, the sound editing in this thing. Y'all, you're going to be turning it up and turning it down and turning it up and turning it down because from scene to scene, it's 50-50 whether you're going to be able to hear the performer or not. And honestly, that kind of affect my movie-going experience if I can't hear what's going on. And it's a Nolan movie where dialogue matters. It's not like they're just saying stuff that ain't not going to matter to the movie. So having to do that all the time, that jacks with the experience too. So
right, and on top of the sound issues where you got to go up and down with the volume, also people are talking in accents. So Robert Pattinson is his regular British self. You got other people in all kinds of accents. So on top of the fact that you don't understand what's going on in the movie, the fact that you have to turn it up and down with the volume, you also can't understand what they're saying. Guys, do not waste your time. I promise you. You're welcome. But what y'all can watch is our next segment, The Mandalorian. If you don't know, a girl is a huge, 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 huge Star Wars fan. Like, our wedding was Star Wars themed. That's how big of a Star Wars fan I am. So,
It's all about them on the wedding. No?
the fact that they came out with The Mandalorian, woo, woo, woo. I don't know what he's saying over there, but I'm sure it's just inappropriate for what we're talking about. So the fact that Disney came out with a whole Mandalorian show,
I had to put you on Rebels. I had to put you on Clone Wars. I had to put you on to even what a Mandalorian is. With your little knowledge of just the little movies you've watched, you wouldn't have known anything without East Atlanta and the husband, as you redact me down to. Without me, you wouldn't be near steeped in this. I fathered you in this Star Wars.
he's talking
Don't
about...
lie to these people.
Yes, I will give you that. He did turn me on to the animated series of Star Wars that Disney has on as well, the Clone Wars and Rebels.
More than one. Yes.
But we're talking about Mandalorian, so I don't know how we got here. But he likes to talk about himself. Anyways, so the season finale of Mandalorian came on last Friday. Oh my gosh, guys! Talk about one of the best. I'm so serious when I say one of the best things that's come out in 2020. The only other show that I even think that comes close to Mandalorian is Queen's Gambit. If you haven't seen Queen's Gambit, listen, y'all, please go ahead and watch it. It is literally... Are you... Hey.
Compared to Mandalorian. What am I introducing? I'm introducing the music.
So no, you can't handle it.
Music segment.
Okay, guys. So when you try to give someone a task and they fail twice, you don't do it again, okay? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on this fool right here. For letting this guy, thinking that this guy is capable of introducing the next music section.
If it ain't East Atlanta Ant that's on #1 on all y'all lists for the music, I don't know what you're listening to anyway.
He does have a point. He is now a signed artist.
Anyway.
And he does have an EP dropping. I'm not sure when. When do you know? When?
No, I don't have a date on it yet. Next, top of next year though, January next year.
Somewhere. I don't think... Is it going to be January?
It might be.
So it's going to be next... Right. He doesn't know.
Well, we don't know yet.
He doesn't know, but he finished the EP.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
put it
done.
like that.
It's done.
And, it goes through the whole process of whatever record labels, do. But stay tuned for that. What's the name of that?
It's called The Rise During the Fall.
You heard it here first, guys. East Atlanta Ant drops The Rise during the fall next year. I personally love that title. Okay, anyway, so... A bunch of new music dropped over the last 2 weeks. As you guys know, I did not drop an episode last week because a girl needed a break. I was mentally and physically just tired, and I've got a lot going on outside of this. My personal life and then my regular 9-to-5 job was pissing me off. That's going to be a different episode. We are going to talk about that though. And then also, I've got more auditions coming. I've got some really exciting news I'm going to share with you guys, but that's going to be in another episode. So I just didn't have the mentality just the mental wherewithal to film an episode last week. So this week we're going to talk about 2 weeks of music. Starting with last week, where Kid Cudi, Jack Harlow, and T-Swizzle, my girl Taylor Swift, dropped an album. After listening to all three, My favorite, of course, is Taylor Swift. My girl showed all the way out. My favorite song on there is Nobody, No Crime. What did you think of the Taylor Swift album?
Slow. Very guitar-y. Very acoustic. You know. But I will agree with you. Out of them three that you just not. No, did you throw Kid Cudi in there?
I said Kid Cudi.
Okay, well, even being not a Taylor Swift fan, I'll say I do like it better than Jack Harlow.
Absolutely. Definitely. It's also better than Kid Cudi.
It's personal, though. Just to talk
Yes.
about the Taylor Swift thing. It seemed real personal. I'm not a fan, so I'm just kind of coming into it cold. But it's the writing's real good. I don't know if her fiance, Joe Alwyn, they say he ghost wrote some stuff, but if she wrote all of that, I mean, it's really well written and all that. So
It's extremely well written.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe this ghostwriter thing. My girl is authentic.
Word around the campfire.
What campfire?
Word around the music campfire that Joe ain't just the trophy husband. He be penning some of them hits.
Anyways, my girl is talented vocally and written wise. I'm talking like she's got to be, for me personally, one of my favorite songwriters. Now, if we want to talk about singing voice, no, she's definitely not my favorite. I mean, she don't come close to like, an Adele or, Faith Hill, if we're doing country or, if we want to do pop, like Evanescence, like her voice isn't like that. But baby girl's songwriting skills, what? She can write you a full song, okay?
All right. Would you stop hitting me with this horse tail? You keep whipping me with it. What's going on here?
I see somebody.
See, look at this. What's going on? You gonna cut me with it?
Is a hater. Somebody woke up with nothing but hate in their blood, okay? Stop hating on my ponytail.
All right. I'm just thinking of some
This
poor
is my
horse.
Ariana Grande.
I'm just thinking of some poor horse running around out there with a stub.
I'm about to stub you. This week, the new music that dropped include Diplo, Paul McCartney, Eminem, and also Ed Sheeran dropped a new single called Afterglow, which is your typical Ed Sheeran song. It's a slow ballad love song, very poppy beat with a catchy chorus. Absolutely nothing new here, guys. Typical Ed Sheeran song. Okay, so the first album we're going to talk about is Paul McCartney.
Pow!
Paul. It's called McCartney
3.
3. What did you think?
It was good. It's good. First track, and I don't know the last 4. I don't know the names quite yet. But the very first track and like the last 4 tracks, super dope. Super dope. It's real folk, but it sounds like you're trying to get like into country music because I think the one is called Mothers and Daughters or Moms and something like that. But y'all don't know the one. It sounds like Johnny Cash could sing that song. It almost sounds like that's who he imitating on it. So it's real folksy, but it sounds like he kind of getting into some country a little bit too. But I liked it though. I liked it more than I thought I would.
I feel like, for me personally, if you're a Paul McCartney fan or, Beatles fan, and you typically listen to Paul McCartney music, then you're absolutely going to love this album. To me, it just sounded like a soundtrack from, like, a hippie movie or something.
It sounds like he has some Beatles stuff in there.
Yeah.
Sounds very Beatles.
I wasn't exactly feeling, I'm going to be honest with you, Paul, it's not my particular taste. But I do love you. I think you're an amazing, amazing songwriter.
That is disrespectful.
You're disrespectful.
That is disrespectful. You're an amazing, amazing songwriter. Get that man his dude. That Paul 3 was pretty good. He a problem on the guitar.
Yes.
Problem on the guitar. Cause
Yes.
a couple of them solos was pretty tough.
I will, like I said, that's what I was talking about the movie because it's very like instrumental, like vibe, like the instruments in there, the live instruments, fantastic. Like you can definitely hear all of that, but again,
Don't you shrug to Paul McCartney.
I'll shrug. I'll shrug at you.
Don't you shrug to Paul McCartney. It's all right, Paul. I liked it. That first song, Ride, I'm probably bumping that one along with that Eminem.
So, the next album, which I don't believe you actually listened to, was Diplo. Did you listen to Diplo?
I tried. I got about through a couple songs, but that stuff, man, is too much on my ears, man. So I listen to a couple songs. It's cool. I don't think that's my. That sounds like he make music where you need to be among people. It's not alone music.
Yeah, that's actually my assessment too. Now, I personally, when you're listening to the album, it is for sure a rave country pop album. I mean, when you're listening to it, you get full, like, I need to dance. Like, it literally makes me think of Nothing at Coachella. Like, in fact, that actually reminds me of, that explains why his set at Coachella was so popular, because it makes
for that.
Right. His music is made for like I mean, seriously, all I want to do is pop a Molly and dance.
I mean, unless you planning on doing some hardcore cleaning up, I don't really know the situation you be listening to this.
Yeah, I did. There was a couple of songs. No, me personally, I did like it more than Anthony did. I did. There's about 3 or 4 songs on there that I love. And actually, we're going to be talking about one of them in Song of the Week, so I'm not going to spoil that right now.
It's the Song of the Week.
It's my show, my Song of the Week.
It needs to be Nat by Eminem. That need to be.
Okay, so now it's time to talk about Eminem. So I do have a couple of favorite songs from the Eminem album before I just go ahead and tear it up. For instance, I really do love the song with Anderson .Paak, Lock It Up. I also love the song with Skylar Grey, Leaving Heaven. I love Killa, and I also love Nat, which is Anthony's favorite song. But my overall review and consensus of the album is, it's just too much. That's my problem with Eminem. Like, don't get me wrong, he is probably in terms of lyrically, one of the best lyricists there is. Seriously. That little white boy can rap his ass off, okay? You can never deny him from that. His flow is impeccable to me. Truly. It really is. But the things that are coming out of his mouth are just so fueled with hatred and anger and depression. I can't listen to that all day. I mean, he talks about wanting to kill his girlfriend, his daddy, his stepdaddy. I mean, you killing everybody. You can't do that. I mean, for real, you can't, like, make a whole CD about murder. Who wants to hear that?
Where have you been? Eminem been talking about that for 25 years.
And that's my problem with Eminem. That's why I'm not the biggest Eminem fan. That he's got some songs that he comes out with that I can bump, that I can ride to. But overall, Alana Nicole is not the biggest Eminem fan.
Which should show you to listen to it for yourself. Because there's some wranglers on there.
It's going to take you 4 days to listen to the album, by the way, because there's literally 100 songs on his album.
It's 36.
Why? What kind of time does he think we have?
We're in a pandemic and everybody's locked in the house all day. We have all the time in the world.
Well, that's fair.
That's why he released 36 tracks, because his fans have all the time in the world to listen to all 36.
That's true. But again, it's going to take you a solid 4 days, guys. Like, this is not a one and done type of album. Do you agree?
I did it in 2. Song of the Week. It's the Song of the Week. Come on, baby, Song of the Week. Give it to me, Song of the Week. We doing the Song of the Week. Everybody, come on, baby, Song of the Week.
So, okay. Clearly, the next segment is Song of the Week, guys. Unfortunately, this week, I really just couldn't decide between all of the new music that I listened to what was my favorite of the 2 songs, okay? So there's Blessings by Division, which is an awesome R&B ballad. It's a little freaky, if you know what I mean. And also, Heartless by Diplo. Guys, I love this song. I added it to my playlist. I also added Division to my playlist. But there's just something about that Diplo song, the way they're singing it, it just really gets me going. I know it maybe sounds like I do love the Diplo song. What are you doing over there? What are those hand movements?
Sorry, huh? Nothing. Just listen to you talk about Diplo.
Anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. Okay, guys, it's the two songs I like. Go ahead and listen to them. It's The Blessings by Division, DVSIN, and Heartless by Diplo. And you're welcome. This week's Clown Dog Award goes to every single Republican and Democrat politician on Capitol Hill who voted for the current $600 stimulus check. I want to know how collectively these officials that we vote for, guys, that we elect, thought that $600 fucking dollars was going to be enough for the American people to live off on. I mean, let's think about this. There are literally congressmen, senators, whatever you want to call them, wearing $600 suits. And they thought that $600 was enough? Thank God. No, seriously, like, thank you, Jesus, that Anthony and I were still able to have jobs during the pandemic.
You're telling them our business.
Because if we had to depend on the scraps that our government throws to its people, I would literally be an anxiety-ridden fool, okay? Who has time for this little dollars that they try to throw at us? And meanwhile, Kim Kardashian, an individual, one person, is giving out $500 to 1,000 families. And Kim Kardashian is one person. So what the fuck is all of Capitol Hill doing? And this is exactly why Republicans and Democrat congressmen and senators get this week's Clown Dog Award.
The improv skills of a champ, the voice of an angel. Oh,
what's happening
I'm
here?
just saying.
I'm just trying to give out the Holler Back Award. And this guy, I don't know what's happening, guys. So we're just going to quick this up really quickly. Okay, guys, this week's Holler Back Award goes to
Incurable Foodophile. Yeah.
Yay! Thank you guys so much for constantly showing me nothing but love and support.
It's the outro. The outro. The outro. The outro. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. The outro. The outro. The
Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching another episode of ANN, where the news will always be biased. And from my
point of view,
don't forget to tune in next week for another episode. And guys, please also share this video, spread the word of Alana Nicole Network. I love you. Merry Christmas!
it's the outro. The outro. The outro. The outro. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.